everybody. Welcome, Dana, and I saw Patricia and Brenda and Christina. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, thanks for joining us on a Saturday afternoon, all you that are on this. Maybe not the best time of day, but we're here.
Yay. So Patricia, I just saw you pop on, and Dana, you both are in our Mount Shasta retreat. So that's awesome. Yes.
Yeah. So I was just in Mount Shasta. I literally drove back this morning and it is so beautiful down there. The energy is amazing. I just felt so like I got up early and just walked my whole neighborhood and connected with Mount Shasta, and like, it's just that something about the palpable energy of Mount Shasta is like no other place I've been on the planet. So those of you who are coming with us to Mount Shasta, good for you, because you're gonna love it.
Yeah, we're so excited.
Great. Yeah.
So we're gonna probably have some people just continuously joining us, but we just want to say thank you, and we want you to thank yourself for doing this one-day challenge. Like, truly. I see Angela nodding her head, Dana. Yeah, this is just a really great way to get reinvigorated and excited about your health and your body again. So really, truly thank yourself. Whatever, however you showed up for yourself yesterday. I'm so happy to see so many people posting on our Facebook group, so many people loving that cilantro soup, which I knew would be the case.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys saw my photo, but I did a road trip yesterday. So I just made all the food, and it was really satisfying, and I had plenty of food to eat, and I felt really good, and woke up this morning early with energy. So hopefully some of you experienced that as well. I know, like someone like Angela who's nodding her head, she's been doing this for a while, so now it's easy, right? But we did have one or two people, I think maybe just one, that was having like some of the detox symptoms. So if you had any of these symptoms, it could have been a headache, could have been feeling tired by the end of the day, could have been having cravings for sugar. That just shows you that you have some addictions to let go of, and that your body is still attached to things. And so you can't definitely get rid of all that stuff in one day, but it does show you that your liver was probably working hard to clear some stuff out. And if you got any kind of detox symptoms, it's totally normal. And the more you do these one days, if you started doing this once a week, in a couple weeks, you wouldn't even notice the detox symptoms. So it just shows you your body just is loving to get rid of some excess toxins when you do this.
Mm-hmm. And if you did want to repeat this like next week or next month, you could even wean yourself off of, the sugar and the gluten for a few days before doing the one-day detox. And then you likely won't experience those detox symptoms. And, we always say really drink a lot more water on those days. If you are experiencing any headaches, get your body moving in some way, even though you may feel a little bit more tired or sluggish. If you can get on a rebounder, which is just like a mini trampoline to move your lymphatic system, if you can get in a sauna and start sweating, or just a light 30-minute walk. It doesn't have to be anything intense, but all of those are just going to keep your body fluid and all those fluids moving, so you don't feel any of that, any of those detox symptoms.
Yep. And this is a little more advanced, but I'm going to mention it because I know we have some people with us that have been here a long time. And that is doing either a regular water enema or a coffee enema, especially for me, because I love coffee, but I go through phases where I give it up. So instead of drinking the coffee, if you just do a coffee enema for a couple days, that will keep you from getting a caffeine headache, but it will ease you out of the caffeine because your liver will dump a lot more toxins that way. We do have a whole article on that on our website on how to do it with a video. So you can find that in our blogs. Just mentioning that for anybody who wants to kind of take their cleansing to the next level since it is spring.
Yeah, and so I just wanted to read a few of the comments and questions that came in, and then we'd love to hear from you, whoever's on this call right now. If you want to comment and come on video and just share your experience, be thinking about that. So Angela posted where she's having a great day. She did it with her husband, and they had their lemon water, detox juice, and salad, all delicious. And Julia posted a ton, so great job, Julia. I don't see you on the call here, but I'm sure you'll be on the recording. She had her cleansing green juice, and she said it was such an energy boost. Next time she's going to make a larger batch, which I agree. It's great to make, double, even triple of that and have it for at least 2 days. And then Cherry said about the cilantro soup, man, is this good. Other than fussing with the cilantro leaves, it was easy too. And we had a few people who even started not yesterday, but the day before. And Brenda was one of them. So Brenda said she didn't get a picture of the soup. It was delicious and it was gone before I could. She did her heavy metal detox smoothie and everything else. She said it was delicious.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, we had, just read one more, because I love this one. Mary, who's been in our program a while, but she said she decided to put her smoothie in a bowl and eat it with a spoon instead of drinking it. It was tastier than I thought it would be. She's tried this same smoothie, but with a banana. And yesterday she did the zucchini option and she had no idea how good that would be. So that is just a really great tip for anyone who is wanting to cut back on sugar or go a little bit more low glycemic. Is frozen zucchini is such an amazing banana replacement. It's really creamy and smooth in smoothies. So that's awesome.
I want to comment on that and say I did make my smoothie yesterday and I don't have blueberries in the house. So I just did a little bit of orange peel powder, which you can get at Mountain Rose Herbs, or you can find it on Amazon. And that gives it like that sweet orange taste without the carbohydrates. And it was delicious as well. I put some stevia in to sweeten it a little bit. So there's lots of variations.
And Angela asked, any recommendations for replacing the cilantro? She wants to like it, but it tastes like soap. That is a weird thing that's like some percentage of the population cannot stand cilantro. So I would definitely replace it with any other herbs that you like. You don't have to do as much because, you know, if you're doing something like oregano, you wouldn't want to have a whole bunch of that, but you could do a few tablespoons of fresh oregano to replace that, or really any other mixture of herbs would be great.
You know, basil surprisingly is good in a sweet smoothie. Like basil is good in a green juice as well. And sometimes people think, oh, that would be good in a sweet thing, but it is. There's a really nice aromatic taste to it.
Yeah, actually, I wouldn't do that. I was thinking for the soup. So wouldn't do oregano in your smoothie.
Oh, you were talking about the soup. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. I don't know why my brain went there.
We do have cilantro in the smoothie as well. So parsley is a great replacement for cilantro. It's kind of a one-to-one replacement. And I love the taste of parsley, so that can totally work.
Yeah, parsley is a great one. So you're welcome if you want to raise your hand, if you want to we'd love to just hear how your day went or what your goals are moving forward after this one day.
Hi, Caitlin and Elena. I so enjoyed my first class with you with bread and crackers. My name is Marianne, and I'm getting to know Caitlin a little bit at the farmer's market. It's a good experience. I'm doing another day today, but then I feel like I'm cleansing, and I've had a couple of just like, whoa, feelings, but nothing that kept me from functioning. But I will stop for tomorrow because I'm teaching a restorative yoga class, and I feel like I'm going to need to bring in a little more strength, but I'm going to keep aspects of it in there. I found that timing was off yesterday because I only did all my shopping for it for yesterday morning. And I had the salad a little too late. I really find I do better if I eat dinner, whatever that dinner is, no later than 6:30. But one thing I did find, because I'm a practitioner of Chinese medicine, and I really do honestly need a lot more warm cooked foods. So one thing I did, I loved the flavor of the detox smoothie, and I loved the flavor and the nutrition of that, and the soup was amazing, is that I just lightly steamed, very lightly, the zucchini, and I did some chopped carrots and put it in the soup, and that seemed to help. And always having things at least room temperature, if not slightly warm. I had the apple cider vinegar drink, which I loved, warm. And but yeah, no, I'm kind of fine tuning. I've done cleanses for years, and then I integrate in, the wisdom and the understanding, which I've heard from both of you too, of yin and yang. And it's quite yin for me, all these raw greens. But I think for a cleanse and a detox, it's perfect. But then, you know, having that be a part of how I need to eat, both Ayurvedically. I just did a wonderful immersion in Ayurveda in Costa Rica, which was lovely. I need to integrate in the wisdom of all that's been learned about raw foods and, you know, that's coming out more, but how to balance them, and the wisdom of the ancient traditional medicines. I'm listening a lot to my body, but I'm glad I've stuck with it, and I love the recipes. So thank you.
Oh, that's awesome, Marianne. Thank you for sharing all of that. And I totally agree with you, especially if you're a Vata, which it looks like you might be.
Oh, yeah.
Vatas tend to run a little colder for those of you guys who don't know. And so the cold foods will just make them really cold, especially like where I live right now. It's Bend, Oregon, and it's still quite chilly out. So I agree with you, Marianne, with hot water in your soup. I like to drink my smoothie at room temperature. In fact, I didn't put anything frozen in my smoothie yesterday. And then even the green juice you can leave out at room temperature, like let the celery sit out on the counter versus refrigerating. So I think, thank you for bringing that up, because it's really important. Someone like a Pitta like me in the summer loves everything cold, but when it's cold out or when you're a Vata, you need that warmer food. So good point you made.
Yeah. Oh, good. Well, I'm totally enjoying connecting with you both and learning. I haven't made any crackers or bread yet, but
you'll get there.
I will. I mean, that's one good thing about all this endless last 2 years of online learning, was that the teachers are so generous with letting you keep the recordings either for a week or a little more, or forever. It's yours forever, you know, with bread and crackers. Yeah, it was a great galloping gourmet with that. That was fun.
Great, Marianne. Thank you for sharing, and I hope to see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going to stop by. I'll share a few more details with you. And
wonderful. Well, good luck for the rest of your day.
And I really appreciated that you said the most important thing is your accountability, because I'm really not much of a Facebook person at all. I look at some family pictures and that sort of thing. And I also didn't feel the need to take the pictures, but I'm very accountable. I did all the steps, but I was much more organized today. So my timing has been better, although this is my last comment. The detox smoothie, no, not the detox smoothie, right after the cleansing fruit green drink was way too much. I had to put space between them.
Good to know.
Oh, yeah. I didn't yesterday, but today I went, okay, here's my cleansing breakfast. And right now I'm having the detox smoothie.
Perfect.
It was
Which
just
like lunchtime. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll have mid-afternoon, I'll have the soup. And then earlier tonight, no, actually, I'm going to switch the salad to the midday and the soup, because as the yin time comes on more, I want to be warmer. So my evening meal, I must always have some warm cooked foods.
Okay. And you could even do that salad with a bunch of steamed veggies on it.
I did that right away. That's the only way I eat salads now, because it allows me to enjoy raw food, but balanced yin and yang. So.
And one more tip for you, Marianne, and for everyone listening, is you can warm up that salad dressing, like just heat it up a little bit and pour that. It's kind of like a spinach salad when they put the warm dressing on it. So you can make your salads warmer for sure.
I love sesame. It's also a great food for Vatas. So in Ayurveda. So.
Yes, it is the oil for sure.
Perfect.
Thank
you so much. Really, really fun to meet the challenge. So
perfect. Thank you. And Patricia said her too, Marianne. Patricia's also a Vata, and she said she likes her steamed veggies and warm smoothies, and she adds cinnamon, ginger, fennel, and turmeric to all the raw veggie dishes. Those are all really warming spices, so that's great. And she made the salad dressing with hot water. Awesome. Anyone else want to share? Dana, I see you're unmuted. Do you want to pop on for a minute?
Yeah, I did start to get hungry, but I had the extra green juice, and then, the apple cider vinegar. So that really did help. I was surprised because normally, mentally I'm thinking there's nothing in that, but it was, I mean, to be full. So that really helped. I did have a question about some of the olive oils or other vinegars. And I don't know, Caitlin, you may be familiar with this Alfonso, they're like infused olive oils that they have
Yep.
locally. And they have like a white balsamic vinegar coconut.
Mhm.
And there's no sugars in them. There's nothing, I've looked to see kind of nutritionally. Is that okay to put something like that in your olive oil? Like one has cilantro and roasted onion, as a substitute. Because I've used those on my salad, or to use that olive oil in dressing instead of just a plain.
Yeah, I would say those are fine. They don't have any added sugar or anything in them. So those
Okay.
are good. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and with the vinegar, coconut vinegar is fine. Apple cider vinegar is great, but the other vinegars, like if it's a white vinegar, sometimes balsamic can cause a little bit more acidity in the body.
Okay.
Whereas the apple cider vinegar, I'm not sure as much with the coconut vinegar, is a little more alkalizing, and so, but a little bit's not going to kill you for sure.
Okay. And then I had a question. I mean, I dropped 2 pounds. I mean, in one day. It's incredible. Yeah. I was shocked. When that happens, like when you're doing detox, I mean, really, if you still eat clean after, how much of that do you anticipate will stay off of somebody? I mean, I never know what's realistic and what's just the effects of, that getting rid of what you had the day before is.
Yeah. Well, as a rule of thumb, usually you'll gain back half of what you lost. So let's say you did a 5-day water fast and lost 5 pounds, or a cleanse, let's say a 5-day cleanse, like on this, you could gain 2.5 pounds back once you're eating solid food, but you should keep some of it off. So if you lost 2, you'll probably keep a pound off, which is great.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I have no complaints. The food's good. I was going to ask about freezing the soup. I mean, it didn't last long enough to freeze it, but if I were, sometimes you get the cilantro and the extra herbs. Could you freeze that if I made it up ahead?
If you freeze it, I would put it in a Ziploc freezer bag and get all the air out, because that avocado will turn brown.
Okay.
Or if you put it in a food saver and suck the air out, you could save it for sure. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Good to know. Because I know for me, the shopping ahead, not, having everything here and not having to go into the store and deal with any of that just simplifies it. And I could see where the prep, especially going, looking at going into the 30-day detox, that prep is so critical to make it easy.
Yes, exactly. I'm glad you got that. Yes, exactly. Great.
Thanks for sharing, and we'll see you next Friday.
Yep. Thank you.
Patricia has another question that she asked there.
Are you using white vinegar mostly to wash veggies? She uses peroxide for her nuts, but my veggies in New York need some cleaning. Yeah, white vinegar is great for cleaning your veggies.
And it's the cheapest one too, besides, other than peroxide's more expensive. So vinegar, and I use it very generously, and I clean my whole house with vinegar. So it's a really great cleaning agent. So if anybody new that's wondering, you can just, if you don't have, especially if you're not buying organic, like my citrus isn't organic, so I'll soak it in a big metal bowl in the sink with like a 1/4 cup of vinegar, and then fill the bowl with water and let it sit for like an hour if I have time. And that'll like get rid of any of the extra toxins that are on the surface. And then I'll rinse it off.
Do you do the same thing for celery, cilantro, parsley, all those things? I was using so many of those like natural veggie washes for a while, and then I've been transitioning, but there's just so much stuff on the veg. And so I don't mind a little bit of dirt, but I've just had so many bouts of, funky stomach stuff because of it. So I just want to make sure that I'm washing things a little bit.
Well, Patricia, what I would do, honestly, if you're getting funky stomach, even just a little capful of 3% hydrogen peroxide will probably go even deeper for antibacterial for you. It sounds like you might have a sensitive gut, especially if it's not organic.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's organic, like I'm just doing, I think I have a lot of raw. And so between so much of the celery and the juicing and the chard and the, like, you can literally, like the radishes, like it's just so much dirt on them. Where it's like the sink is just filled with dirt, and a little bit I know is good for your microbiome, but at the same time, like, yeah, I just don't want to. Yeah,
Yes.
so I just soak it for, I have the peroxide and I usually do that for the nuts and seeds and things, but I didn't know if I could do that for the veggies too.
Oh, totally. When we were in Bali, when Caitlin and I would do our culinary school, we would have those ladies washing everything in peroxide because it's
Okay.
different water there and it's different bacteria and it works.
Yeah, but just very little, as
Yeah,
you know.
very little.
Yeah.
Awesome, thank you.
That was a great question. Thanks.
Oh, great to see you. I can't wait to start with you up again on Friday.
Yeah, she's part of our 30-day course. Yay.
Yay. Does
Who
anyone
else?
else have any comments or just shares or questions from yesterday? As you can see, we're all at such different places in this, and we all react so differently to these foods. And, you know, that's why it's so important to do detoxes like our 30-day, to just eliminate all of the problem foods. And then you can kind of find your own groove. It's what we like to call intuitive eating. So when we eliminate and then we can reintroduce, or we eliminate and start feeling better, we can start really being able to test what foods work for us. Because even Elena and I, we eat very differently and we can tolerate different foods. So we're all so unique in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Marianne, do you rinse the veggies a second time after soaking the veggies in water with peroxide or vinegar?
Yeah, you want to rinse them off, especially the vinegar. But even the peroxide, yeah, you want to just, you know, do a quick sink rinse in a colander, and then you can spin it dry in a salad spinner.
Angela said, learning so much. Thank you. Every day is an improvement. The recipes are great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, the recipes were wonderful. I was surprised that I wasn't hungrier. So, I mean, I did the first two, the first two green drinks in the morning, and then I started running errands, and I would have probably preferred to have had the soup by about 3:30 in the afternoon, but I didn't get it made till 5 o'clock, and I was fine.
Oh, wow. Good to know. Now, have you done cleanses before? Is your body used to cleansing?
I'm used to eating pretty clean food.
Okay. So see, it was fairly easy for your body because it was like, oh, I'm used to this, or I know what this is.
And I do, I mean, I do intermittent fasting with, you know, anywhere from 12 to 16 hours.
Yeah, exactly. That's great. That's great feedback. Thank you. Yeah.
I think the cinnamon, you put cinnamon in that heavy
Really?
metal detox thing, and that helps stabilize the blood sugar, doesn't it?
It really does.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that cinnamon in there. It feels like you're getting such a treat when I taste that cinnamon. It's like, ah, this is so good.
I went and looked up. I remembered having read on Dave Asprey's in his very first book, the Bulletproof Diet book.
Huh?
He had something in there about doing a day of very low protein, because when you do very low protein, it apparently stimulates the autophagy with the cells.
That's right.
And it's very hard to get very low protein, because I tried to do it before. And so I was, because he wants ideally less than 15 grams, which is just nothing. And so I went and I entered all the food in Chronometer. I took the time to go through and put it all in, and I put that stuff on your Facebook page.
I saw it. I
Yeah,
commented.
it was, you know, 30 some grams of protein. So it was way over. But if you were willing to delete, well, if you were willing to delete all these things that mattered, like the tahini and the spirulina and the almonds from my nut milk, and what was the
Hemp
fourth?
seeds.
The
The hemp seeds.
the hemp seeds. Yeah, that's a fourth.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah.
Then you wouldn't have had much left. Then you would have been hungry. Then you would have been famished.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, the spirulina probably had the most protein. So you could, but you could switch it for chlorella, because chlorella doesn't really have much protein.
Oh, interesting.
That would just be a suggestion.
I think the hemp seeds had a lot of protein.
Okay.
Yes. Those ones, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I put them on my salad as well as putting them You know, they were in the shake, but then I kept adding them, and so you'd have to not do that. It would be, and I don't know if getting down to that 15 grams. I mean, but I think the plant protein alone was under the 15 if you just looked at the green stuff.
Yeah, and
It
plant
adds up.
protein is different than animal protein too, and he's really talking about animal protein.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, that was my question. I've always wondered that when I read that in the book is
he means animal because that's what he does, and he'll do a day of like this kind of food or just very low protein. Yeah, but that's really great that you researched that and that, yeah.
And then I also on Chronometer I looked at the minerals and the mineral content was low on calcium, potassium, and selenium. And the selenium is fixed easily enough. You put in one Brazil nut and your selenium's going to come up.
Mhm.
The
But this is
calcium and the
a diet
potassium.
you're going to be on continuously. And so a cleansing days, it's fine not to get all those nutrition needs met because we're
Right.
eating by the month really versus the day. It takes a while to get depleted in those minerals.
Though it's hard to get enough calcium and potassium no matter what, because
Right.
I've tracked those before and they always tend to run low.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I do electrolytes, which we talk a lot about in our course. And I even take a potassium supplement because I'm so keto and low carb.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you're doing your research. This is how we find stuff out, right?
I'm so glad you joined us, Jerry. Hope to see you tomorrow too.
Yeah, are you going to be at the market?
I will be.
Oh, this is good.
Get some treats after your detox day.
That's right.
Not for me.
Oh, that's great. So great to have so many of you come on and share your experience. That's what this is all about. And that Facebook page, you can continue to be active on that. Elaine and I are always on there answering questions and stuff. So yeah. And let's see, what said you could just do a juice fast day and have it for low protein. So a liquid day would solve the protein question.
Yeah, just green juices. Yeah. Do you want to talk about some of the prizes and things like that, Caitlin?
Yeah, so as you know, we're gearing up for our 30-day program, which is a lot more, I don't want to say advanced, but there's more to it than just the one-day detox. We have a lot more foods in there. We even give things like enchiladas and a really great grain-free pizza. So in our 30-day program, it's not just like the one-day detox recipes repeated. We get that question a lot when we do this. It's like, well, is this what I'm going to be eating for an entire month? No, we have so much variety. Actually, people continue to join us just for the recipes. So we actually give 4 weeks worth of recipes, everything from snacks to smoothies to elixirs to main meals. So all of it, and it's all like spring focused as far as the veggies in there. And then we give meal plans, shopping lists. We meet twice a week. We do a coaching call, and then we do a cooking class live with everyone. So there's lots of opportunities to connect and ask questions. We give nutrition lessons every day. So yeah, we're gearing up for that. We start next Friday. And for anyone on the call, I know there's only 13 of us. We wanted to give just like a really big bonus for you to join us because really we give so much in this program. Elaine and I, this is like the most favorite thing that we do all year. And we do these a couple times a year. We don't know when we're going to do another one. So we have a lot of retreats and different projects coming up. I'm not sure we'll do another one this year.
That something about doing this for 30 days, and I know like Angela, you can attest to this, Patricia, a lot of our repeaters, the accountability for 30 days and making this food and staying on it. And it is all plant-based for a month. And we're not telling you you have to be vegan ever. We just know that it's like a reset and an elimination diet. And when you do that for a month, you start to go, oh my gosh, I had no idea how much gluten was affecting me, or these little snacks that I'm eating, or, these packaged foods, because you're making your own food and you're doing things from scratch and you're learning so much just about how to cook. And I think it's really transformational for a lot of people. And then we're also giving you background lessons on like how to do oil pulling, how to skin brush, how to do coffee enemas, how to why to do them. So every day you get a lesson for 30 days. So by the end of a month, you're so educated, not just on food, but on meditation and movement. And like we try and do the whole mind, body, spirit, and really address even like binging and overeating and why we do these things. And it's really never about starving. It's about nourishment. And a lot of people are undernourished, even if they're overweight. So it's really about re-nourishing your cells on a cellular level. And that's why this is so successful for so many people.
And the mind, body, spirit is really what changed my life. When I was so on my healing journey and just focused on the food part, I really didn't get to the health that I am today. And when I added in meditation and mindfulness and some of these other things is when I could really see clearly where I was stuck, why I was feeling unworthy of being healthy, all of these things that are just like, they just transform your life. So that's why we truly love this all-encompassing holistic program. But I'm just excited, got chills. And Patricia said, please don't say this is the last one of the year. Well, we'll keep you posted, and you'll be at the retreat too, Patricia, so there'll be lots of opportunity to connect and stay connected. And she said, these are the most amazing programs, seriously, even if you've never done them, even if you've done them before, each time you just get motivated to go deeper and hear things in a different way. Thank you for that. I love that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, very beautiful.
Angela, the 30-day program was life-changing for her. Angela, I actually have one of your emails that you sent me come up. And if you don't mind, I would love to just read it for everyone, because I just am so inspired by you, and you've gone on this journey with your husband. And she said, her husband and I are so happy to join the next 30-day program. We feel so good each day. We both marvel at our improvement in our health. My husband has experienced a radical change in his health. Aside from easily dropping 25 pounds, the most stunning change is that he has vastly improved his ability to communicate and live a full life after having been diagnosed with Alzheimer's. She noticed a rapid decline in her husband's cognitive health, and since we have been fortunate enough to learn about a healthier approach to diet, he's back to his old self again.
Wow, that's amazing.
So I just, yeah,
wow.
The most touching.
Realize what sugar does to your brain. Sugar is way more evil than you even know. That's why we're so low carb, low glycemic, because that sugar just wreaks havoc on us.
Yeah, so thank you, Angela, for letting me read that. It is really inspiring, and it just shows how possible it is to change and to improve at any age. So it's never too late to make some changes and or to just get re-inspired and to do a little bit of cleansing and be in a group atmosphere. So
yeah, we really hope that you will join us if you haven't yet for the 30 days, because we'd love to just get to know you better and support you and like be here for you, because accountability, like Marianne said, is so important. Just knowing that the rest of the group is doing it, you don't want to let anybody down, you don't want to let yourself down. And that really works for me as well, like doing it together.
Yeah, and we'll have accountability buddies. This worked really awesome last time. We just partner you up with someone else in the program, and it doesn't have to be anything, like you don't have to meet with them every day and tell them how you're doing, but this is just another opportunity to connect with someone else in the program. Especially if you're new, we definitely connect you with someone who's already done the program before, so you can just get some tips and tricks from someone else and some extra support. Sending out an email with the recording and all the information. So.
And we want to thank you all for taking out a half an hour on your Saturday afternoon to be with us. We love you guys so much. I really do. I love you all. Thank you for being here. Like, you're just these radiant lights that want to make a difference in the world and in your own health.
Thank you for doing this. It was really fun, and I know I can't do the 30-day, but this was just lovely. And every spring when Lent comes around, I mean, this is your traditional time of year for doing this kind of thing, right? And so it was lovely just to have the kick in the pants and the community and the good recipes, and just to get, I mean, there's things from this that I will carry forward. So it was good. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, maybe you can give up sugar for Lent. That's my little suggestion.
Well, I mostly do give up sugar, not 100, but yeah, I'm pretty sugar free.
She's already pretty healthy. Yeah.
Great. Well, we're so glad you all joined us. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Cherry, for your
so
suggestion.
much.
So we'll see you guys hopefully in April or in our course. And if not, we'll see you at the next challenge.
Yeah. Bye, everyone. Have a great Saturday.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.